Hi everyone, it's Marisa Williams with Southern Technical College. Today we're going to go over some multiplying and dividing fractions, which I know everyone loves to hate. Let's start out easy. Let's start with the bottom. The bottom numbers on this one, it doesn't matter if they're the same or not, because when we multiply, we're going to multiply by going straight across the top. So 1 times 3 gives us 3, and across the bottom, 2 times 4 gives us 8. So in this case, 1/2 times 3/4 gives us an answer of 3/8. So we're going to use that same principle and we're going to kick it up a notch for you. And we're going to delve into the realm of cross-canceling as well as division. First, let's start with division. Why? Because we're basically going to flip the same problem. Notice this half is 1/2 times 3/4. What happens when we divide 1/2 divided by 3/8? I changed this a little bit because I want to do some cross-canceling with you on this one, but same type concept, only whenever we divide, we always take this second number. Never the first, always the second. Don't ask me why, I didn't make the rule, it's just how it is. We do what's called an inverse operation. We use a reciprocal. In other words, we're gonna flip it around, okay? So in this case, our 1/2 stays the same, always. But that 3/8 is going to turn into 8/3. All right. Now, I mentioned cross-canceling, right? I'm going to show you how that happens. What we do with cross-canceling is we're going to reduce this ahead of time. So notice, our division, as soon as we flipped it, turns into multiplication. So our same rules apply. We're going to multiply across, multiply across. But I like getting these bigger numbers down. And when we cross-cancel, we can go up and down. We can go crossways. And in this case, we're going to go crossways. We're looking at the 2 and the 8. Why? Because 2 goes into 8, so I'm going to divide by 2. In this case, 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 8 4 times. That's going to change my fraction now to 1/1 times 4/3, right? So I'm reducing ahead of time instead of after, and I'll show you why this is good when we get to bigger numbers. So in this case, again, multiply straight across the top. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. So 4/3, what do we know about that? That's an improper fraction where the top number is bigger than our bottom number. So we got to say how many times can that bottom number go into the top? 3 goes into 4 one time in this case. What's the difference between 4 minus 3? 1. So our remainder goes on the top. So 1 whole and 1/3 in this case. All right. When we go to these bigger numbers, ooh, people love dealing with those double-digit numbers and fractions, don't they? It's okay. Don't be scared. Be sexy, right? Being scared is a waste of your time. Being sexy, hey, at least you can look good doing it, right? It's okay. We got to find numbers to divide. Again, we can go up and down. Notice 33/66, that's the same as 1/2, right? But let's do a little bit different on this one. We can always go sideways. In this case, I want to go sideways because I want to get this bigger number down, and I can't really do it as effectively this way. I can say divide by 11, but let's see if we go crossways and crossways. So in this case, what goes into 66 and 22? 22, right? And what goes into 33 and 99? 33. So in this case, I'm going to divide the 33 by 33, and I'm dividing the 99 by 33. Taking the 66 divided by 22, 22 divided by 22. So 33 divided by 33 gives us 1. 22 divided by 22 gives us 1. And 66 and 22 goes into 66 3 times. 33 goes into 99 3 times. So what we're left with is 1/3 times 1/3. Again, we just multiply the cross. 1 times 1 is still 1 on the top. And on the bottom, 3 times 3 gives us 9. Moving right along. Let's do something similar, but with division. Double digits. Oh my gosh, we got it though. All right, so first thing we gotta do, flip it. That's right. So always the second number, never the first. First number stays the same, 55/33. Second number turns into 66/11. When we do that, we're turning our division into multiplication. So looking at this, I want to find a number that goes into 55 and 11. In this case, it's 11, so I'm going to divide by 11. What goes into 33 and 66? Again, it's 33, so we're going to divide by 33 on both these. That makes that turn into, 11 goes into 55 5 times, 33 goes into 33 one time, 66 is divided by 33 twice, and 11 goes into 11 one time. So we're really reducing that down to 5 over 1 times 2 over 1, which is a lot easier to deal with. Now we just multiply those two top numbers. 5 times 2 gives us 10. 1 times 1 gives us 1. And what do we know? Anything over 1 is just a whole number. So our answer is going to be 10. All right, moving right along. Another bigger numbers. Ooh, my gosh. What are we going to do with these? It looks so scary, doesn't it? Think about the rules that we talked about in class. If you have a number that adds up to 9, the whole thing's divisible by 9. Let's try this. What's 1 plus 8? 9. What's 5 plus 4? 9. What's 6 plus 3? 9. What's 7 plus 2? 9. All those numbers are divisible by 9, so let's divide them all by 9. Notice I'm not flipping because this was already multiplication, right? So I'm just going to divide all these by 9 because they're all divisible by 9. I want to get them into a smaller number. So again, cross multiplying, I can go top to bottom. I can go crossways and crossways. In this case, we're dividing them all by 9, so it really doesn't matter which direction we're going. So dividing them all by 9, we get 9 over 8 because 9 goes into 9 8 times. 9 goes into 9 goes into 81 9 times. 9 goes into 72 8 times. 9 goes into 54 6 times. 9 goes into 63 7 times. Again, a little trick I like to remember with this. What's 1 more than 8? 9. What's 1 more than 5? 6. What's 1 more than 7? 8. What's 1 more than 6? 7. That's your quick little dirty trick for that, right? Only works with 9s, but it's a cool one. Now, in this case, when I get my answer of this, notice I have my 8 and my 6. Those are both divisible by 2, so I'm going to divide them by 2 to get them smaller. I want to reduce this ahead of time so I don't have to do it at the end. That's the point of cross-canceling. So in this case, my 9 is going to stay the same. 2 goes into 8 4 times, so my new bottom number is 4. On the top of this one, 6 is divided by 2 3 times. 7 stays the same. All right, so from this point, we're just going to multiply the top and multiply the bottom because we already got them as small as we could go. Straight across, 9 times 3 gives us 27. 4 times 7 gives us 28. Our final answer is 27 over 28. All right, let's try another concept like this. As division, here we go. 108 divided by, 108 over 72 divided by 99 over 63. Looks really scary, but let's try our 9s trick again. Don't forget, we can always try that, right? 1 plus 0 plus 8 is 9. 7 plus 2, 9. 6 plus 3, 9. The tricky one here is the 99. 9 plus 9, 18. Add it together again. 1 plus 8 gives us 9. Therefore, all of these numbers are divisible by 9. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. First thing we're going to do, flip it, because it's division. So always the second number, never the first. First number remains 108 over 72. Next one, instead 63 comes on the top, 99 comes on the bottom, right? I said all those are going to be divisible by 9, so let's look at what happens. 108, when we divide it by 9, turns into 12. 72 turns into 8. 63 turns into 7. 99 is divisible by, oops, I made a problem there. That should actually be 11. Let me change that. Let me change that answer. Well, when we do that, we're not gonna divide anymore because 12 and 11 don't cross multiply. So, sorry guys. At least I noticed my mistake as I'm doing this, right? Always better than after the fact. So that's gonna turn into an 11. Let me do that problem down below. The 7 and 8, we can't go any lower. 12 and 11, we can't. But 12 and 8, can we? We can. So in this case, we're gonna divide by 4 and divide by 4, right? How many times does 4 go into 12? 3 times. How many times does it go into 8? 2 times. And the 7 and 11. So our new problem turns into 3 over 2 times 7 times 11. Let's multiply that straight across because we can't go any lower. 3 times 7 is 21 over 22 is going to be our answer on that one. All right. We do have another example, so we're going to move right along here. And, sorry about that. We have another division problem here, and we're going to take it nice and easy, step by step here. Again, we can do some cross canceling, but we first have to flip it because we are doing division, right? Never our first number, always our second. So our 27 stays on the top, 24 stays on the bottom. Our 72 now comes to the top, the 33 goes to the bottom. And now we gotta look at numbers that go into these, right? So I have 27 and 33, those are both divisible by 3. 72 and 24 are both divisible by 8. So notice I'm going crossways on this. I'm saying this one and this one, both divisible by 3. This one and this one, both divisible by 8. What does that turn into? 27, and how many times 3 go into it? 9. And 8 goes into 24 3 times, so 9 over 3. On the second side, 72 divided by 8 is 9, and 33 divided by 3 is 11. So this is what we have now. And notice we can cross cancel again because 3 and 9 are divisible by 3. So we're going to do that again. Get it even smaller. So our 9 stays, and that 3 goes into 3 one time. On the other side, 9 divisible by 3 3 times, so that turns into a 3, and 11 stays the same. And that's going to look like this. 9 times 3 gives us 27 on the top. 1 times 11 equals 11 on the bottom. And we got to turn that into a mixed number because 27 is more than 11. So we got to ask ourselves, how many times can 11 go into 27? In this case, it's 2 whole times. That would give us 22. And we gotta find the difference. 27 minus 22 is how much? It's 5, right? So that's gonna be our top number. So that's how we got that as our top number. So 2 and 5 over 11. All right, guys, great job. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you in class soon.